The Saw franchise is back after a hiatus. Much like me, the man you call Dukes, I'm back in theaters. After a long hiatus due to quarantines and movie theaters shutting down, I'm back to give you, Nerd World Order, a spoiler-free review of the 4 plus 5 ninth installment in the Saw franchise. Now, as a nerd, there are 4 plus 5, no, just 4 things that we look for in order to determine if a movie is going to be Nerd World Order worthy. We look for acting, action, special effects, and story. Put them all together, and we have 4 possible nerd flags. 4 possible nerd flags. 4 nerd flags is a great movie. Anything less than that, 3, 2, 1 nerd flag, watch it at your own risk. So let's get into the 9th installment of Saw franchise. This one's called Spiral. Is it going to spiral down the bowl, or is it going to rise to the top? Let's find out. So let's talk about the acting. Now, the primary actor, the main actor, was a man by the name of Chris Rock. Nope, not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, because that would have been interesting. No, Chris Rock, the comedian. Now, the problem off the bat with this movie is it's supposed to be a serious movie. He's supposed to be this cop that's out there trying to do good, fighting the system and everything, and he starts off with a comedic dialogue just from the get-go. It's like, hey everybody, I came to do my stand-up set. And it's like, well, there goes my suspension of disbelief, Chris Rock. Why did people let you ad-lib? Why didn't they just tell you, hey, learn from Adam Sandler. If you're going to do a serious movie, be serious. Don't try to put your comedic elements into it. Every time he went off on one of his little comedic little one-liners, it just completely ruined it for me. It's like, oh, that's Chris Rock. That's not the officer. That's Chris Rock trying to play an actor or an officer. It didn't work. And then Chris Rock did this thing through the entire movie that was just really off-putting, really disturbing, and it just didn't work. He was supposed to be intense, but he did this. And he just looked crazy. He would just stare at someone or look into the camera, and he looked crazy. Am I looking crazy? See, I could have done a better job than Chris Rock. This is intense. This is crazy. Okay, Chris Rock, that's your acting lesson for today. Now, Samuel Jackson was in this movie too. He was just Samuel Jackson in every movie. He MF'd it a couple of times. He did his Samuel Jackson thing. He's like, hey everybody, you gonna pay me to be in this movie? I'll be in the movie. You got 5 minutes? Oh, watch is running. Samuel Jackson out. And that was him. I mean, he did Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson is a phenomenal actor. He can MF it up all day, and he can he can be Nick Fury. He can be the Hitman's bodyguard or the bodyguard of the Hitman. He's the same character in every movie. He did nothing different in this. There were a few other supporting actors and actresses that were horrible, just downright awful. Oh my God, is that no nerd flags for the acting? No nerd flags for the acting. None. Boom. No nerd flags for the acting. In Spiral, it's spiraling down the bowl. Let's move on to the action. I'm not into torture porn. Sorry. There wasn't really action except for the torture porn, and this guy didn't spend his hard-earned money, 50 cents, because I've got that Regal Pass, y'all. But anyway, it was 50 cents hard-earned to watch torture porn. Yeah. Did I know I was going to watch torture porn? I mean, it's the Saw franchise. So yeah, I get the idea. People are going to be tortured. But it's not, it wasn't exciting. There was no good action. Blah. As far as oh wow, is that no nerd flag for the action? Oh my God, yeah, no action in this movie, none. No car chases. Someone shot a gun. Cops was getting gaffled like they ain't got no training. Yeah. I don't know. This was the most pathetic groups of cops ever. It was like they're just like, hey, you want a job? You try to be a cop, but don't fight back or nothing, and just be dumb. Just be dumb for the whole movie. And there's no action. Oh my God, let's talk. Oh my, whoa, we're into the story because you know what? This was a movie about a bunch of dumb, corrupt cops. Okay, spoiler alert. Turn your ears off if you don't want to hear this. But you know what? Chris Rock wasn't the most ethical cop anyway. But he was supposed to be the most ethical guy in the world, right? In the story, it's like, oh my God, excuse me, Mr. Sam Jackson, I know you're using that phone to phone it in, but hold on just 1 second, because we need to telegram the entire plot of this movie. Ring-a-ding-ding. Oh my God, I think I found out. I knew everything that was going to happen before it happened. They tried to give you a swerve, and it was like, never mind. Crash. There were no swerves in this movie. They tried to give you a swerve like, oh, they're never going to guess this. I don't think the man you call Dukes, that's me, is any sort of genius or movie connoisseur, but I was figuring out everything that was going to happen from beginning to end and everything in between. So the big surprise ending at the end, guess what? There ain't no Jack in the Box in this movie because ain't nothing jumping out and surprising nobody. Story, oh my gosh, are we going on no nerd flags? Look at this, no nerd flags, just a fist of disappointment. However, there is one thing that can help us out. I even went out of order. That's how much this movie pissed me off. I probably had to sit through this trash for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. No nerd flag for the special effects, y'all. I'm just going to let you know. Special effect, okay, wait, hold on. Special effect. I'm angry. Okay, bam, special effects. Okay, so keep in mind that there were special effects in this movie. The torture porn, right? And if we're going to say like, wow, that looks realistic, I don't know what planet you're living on or what horrible-ass third world country you're living in, but I ain't seen nobody get tortured, and I'm damn happy about it. So did it look realistic when people got this happened or that happened? I guess. I don't know. I don't dream about that sort of crap. I don't know what it looks like. I don't have a frame of reference. Yeah, it looked the same as all the other 8 Saw movies. Okay, there's nothing new. You can call it a new reimagining. Yes, it was in the same Saw universe, but it's just like, without being a spoiler, it's like, but what did this? You called it Saw, but what? Anyway, special effects. There was one special effect in this movie that bugged the living crap out of me. And then that crap went down the spiral. That was this movie. It was trash. There's this one special effect. I would encourage you to watch the movie just so you can be pissed off too by this one steaming pile of special effect. That's a clue. It's a steaming pile. It's in the movie and it's horrible. It looks like they made it in a low-rent TV studio. So in case you're keeping track, you have nothing to keep track of. No nerd flags for the acting, no nerd flags for the action, no nerd flags for the story, and no nerd flags for the special effect. One disappointed fist. This is intense. This is crazy. Crazy, y'all. I'm a cop on edge. Okay, one thing, okay, Samuel Jackson, like, his character, I swear to God, dude, I was like, damn. Basically, when you watch him, you're like, damn, he's driving Alan's car, and I thought that was pretty cool. He was driving my car, red Dodge Challenger, that was the coolest part of the movie. Yeah, tangents. That's how you know a movie is bad, when you're like, the best thing about the movie was you see a car that looked like yours. That was it. So until next time, ladies, gentlemen, and knights of the Nerd World Order, oh, you're wondering where you can get this classic Nerd World Order shirt? www.imnwo.com. If you're wondering where you can hear me and Joe talk about all things nerdy, the Nerd World Order broadcast, just type hashtag IamNWO into any podcast platform. Until next time, ladies, gentlemen, knights of the Nerd World Order, skip it. You saw the first 8? Don't go down the spiral. I am NWO. We are NWO. Check this out, new catchphrase. We are nerds redefined. Intense. Crazy.